You see this a lot in this area. There's a lot of like tall monolithic kind of buildings. I think what's interesting for me is for this particular space where I live in, it just feels like a bunch of small buildings. They're all connected, so it's not just living in one tall tower.
In a scheme like this, there is a lot of repetition in terms of the flat plans. However, we felt that we could make, from an elevational point of view, every flat unique. So that when you're sitting in a courtyard or walking along the street or standing in the square, you can point up and you can say, well, that is my flat with the funny window, with a slightly skew reveal, and that is where I live. We feel that this is a very important aspect of people's identity and their ability to be able to say, this is my home, and it is different for the person above me and it's different to the person below me. I'm not a number on a grid. So early on in the design phase, we would establish a contemporary vernacular. Not exactly a kit of parts, but a series of rules about windows, about materials, about reveals, about entrances, that would establish a language which then a series of designers who were working on the project, on this project we had 3 or 4 people, and they would then design their own individual buildings using this vernacular, and then we begin to look and balance how these buildings were working together as a group. The Walworth Road has an incredible history in South London, and when we first started working on the project, we were absolutely fascinated about the character of this place. And somehow we've wanted to try and capture that and bring that activity into the new square. And a colonnade is almost like a gift to the public realm. It's a space that exists between the inside and the outside of a building, a place that creates a route, a place that protects people from the rain and from the sun, a place where people can congregate. One of the key things I find fascinating about medieval towns is how they work as groups of buildings. Their public squares and their streets have a whole series of individual buildings that work together as a group. And that group, in a sense, is representative of the aspirations of the people who live there. And they work as a collective, which then give the place an identity. And that is something which is absolutely fundamental to how we've thought about orchard gardens.
When you live in a big city like London, I think you need a bit of an escape from the centre of town where it might be a bit more mad. So it's nice coming back, seeing familiar faces. If you pop downstairs, there's space at the end of the street where there's a sports bar, and then you've got a few small restaurants and things, and that's really nice having space like that. But it's not like bustling, but it's a lot of local people, and I think that's nice.